Hey, this is Jason Howell, JD. Today we're going to go over flipping houses. All right, this is video 14 of 365 videos, my journey from real estate flipper to private equity fund manager. Now I'm taking you on this journey because I'm trying to provide value to the universe, but come with me on this journey. So now the question at hand, which is flipping houses. In order for you to digest this information in a concise manner, I broke it down into 4 sections. Right? First one is, what do I look for in a deal? What do I look for in the house? What do I look for in the construction? And lastly, what do I look for in the sales of the house? Right? So the first one is this, what do I look for in the deal? So we are professional real estate, investors, right? And we're looking for a certain type of deal that we can help, the client. So, the analogy I want to give you is this. I shadowed doctors for over 2 years. I worked at a clinic, and people, especially on Saturdays, we had to get to the clinic at 7 a.m. in the morning, right? And by the time we got there, sometimes there would be people actually waiting in line there, right? So some of those people actually lived, I want to say, over an hour away. So what would motivate somebody to actually, drive over an hour to come in line to be seen, by the doctor by going 8, going almost 9 o'clock, right? They had a problem that the pain that they had, it was more than the motivation for them to actually get out of bed and actually go drive an hour to come here. They wanted the problem solved. So similar, as a real estate investor, we're looking for deals, right, where we are able to solve a problem, and money is not really like the issue. The issue is the actual problem they're having. So, people that are in foreclosure, people that are, tax delinquent, people that are, they inherited a house and they don't have no reason, for having the house. The house is a pet project, right? These are kind of issues where the person, it's not about the money, it's about solving this issue they have, right? So, I remember talking to a kid just today, and he asked me, what happens if the person doesn't want to take that kind of offer, right? The problem, the genesis for where that question came from is he's talking to retail buyers, right? That retail buyer doesn't have a problem that I can solve. That is not my client. My client is someone that I can solve a problem that he has, right? So very important, because I have to buy at a certain price in order to make profit. That price is usually 65% or less, right? Now, it's case by case, mind you, because now we're flipping houses, so I need enough budgeting. So next topic, which is what I'm looking for in the house. So I want to give you this analogy about like The Voice or American Idol, right? You might hear somebody that that God bless their soul. Singing is not for them, right? They have a really good personality, right? But you might hear somebody that actually, they really could sing, but they need a little bit of fine tuning, right? So similarly, I'm looking for a layout in a house that it has the right layout, but it needs work. It needs to be brightened up. It needs a coach, in order for me to bring the brightness out of this house, right? So, what I'm trying to avoid is, the houses that have something called the fancy word, functional obsolescence. This is where, the bathroom was made for an evil leprechaun, right? And the only way to fix this house is to, make it where a regular person can use that bathroom, not this evil leprechaun, right? Don't get me wrong, I'll buy that house for the right price, right? But usually that's a deal breaker, right? Where I got to go through to get to the third bedroom. I got to go through the bathroom and another bedroom and go through a hallway in an alley, go outside, and that's where the bedroom is. So some crazy dungeon of a room that they have there as a third bedroom. I want the floor plan to be in a good kind of way so that all we have to do is make it look nice. So the floor plan is there, right? And all we have to do is make it right, right? you don't want to get into major construction, right? Because remember, you as a flipper, the way you make money is actually by, getting in and out. Those houses that have functional obsolescence, those major issues, it's almost like you're rebuilding the house, right? So, third topic, right, which is construction, right? All right. So the analogy I want to give you on construction is, imagine you hired an architect to build a house, and for some reason or another, this guy is just not really good, right? And he doesn't actually draw a plan, right? He's just at the site, and the contractor's actually doing the work. He asks him, where do you want this wall? And the architect's like, yeah, I want it over there, right? Right here? Yeah, right there. And then he puts up the wall and he goes, oh, that's not there, I meant right there. You can see how this kind of, haphazard kind of management could happen, and it happens all the time in renovations, right? So very important. What I suggest is you put together something called a scope of work, right? And for the scope of work, right? And what a scope of work is a detailed plan of what you're going to do in renovation, right? It's the material and the job, right? And so you want to break this down by room. And I'm going to go over another video later why I did this, because I learned this from getting robbed, like you said. But anyways, you want to do this by a room, so that if you get into argument with the contractor, you can hire another contractor, and he can actually follow your scope of work by the room, right? So this is very important, because once again, your job as a flipper is to get in and out. You're not a contractor. You're not a remodeler. You're not building houses, as a new construction. You're not a developer, right? So, fourth, sales of the house. All right. I want you to imagine, you're looking on Facebook and you're looking in the marketplace, and a guy's trying to sell a car, right? And the description, he has a photo of the car from a weird angle, and it's really fuzzy, and it says in the words, black car, low mileage, great buy. And then you see another car, right, that says, he has 400 photos, and the photos are immaculate, right? And the description says something like, seller hates to sell, but because of the illness, that's a bad example. Because of the graduating daughter, they decided to sell us to buy her a new car, right? They giving away her champion of a house, or not house, but car, that kind of thing. But you hear my point. So my point is that I see this happen all the time when a guy is trying to sell a house, right? The words that they use are crazy, and the pictures are crazy, right? So the topic is threefold at selling a house. First topic I want to say is this, right? You have to put your thing on MLS, right? And I'm actually a real estate broker, so I can put my own houses on MLS, right? But if you're not a real estate broker, your job as a flipper is to make profit, right? Now, you're kind of doing most of this job, and you can actually put a house on MLS by something called a limited listing, where you pay anywhere from $150 to $500 just to put the house on MLS. So you can actually pay a commission to that listing agent, but you got to pay a commission to the selling agent. This is whoever bought you a buyer. All right, so that's being said. But the two other points I want to make is the words that you put in the description and the pictures have to be immaculate. So the words are this, right? You want to actually talk about benefits and not features, right? So what is a feature? A feature is like the house has a fireplace, right? Versus a benefit of the actual fireplace would be, on a cold day, come home to your new fireplace, with some wine or something like that. But you get my point. My point is, I'm selling the benefit of the fireplace versus just saying fireplace is here, right? This is very important, right? Second is the actual photos, right? So, iPhone, the new iPhones have a portrait mode where you can take like a selfie, and the background is like, is blurred. Right? It's called aperture, right? So you need to invest in an SLR, a camera, right? This is actually, I'm recording this on the SLR right this second, right? That has, that option of blurring the background has been available for like 15 years, right? SLR cameras can do that, right? You can get probably one for $250 or less, right? But my point is, you can change the brightness, and you need to be able to take really nice photos, right? If you have an unflattering, photo of a house or like a room or whatnot, do not include that in MLS. So, very important. The role of MLS is to motivate people to come to see it in person, right? You're not going to try to sell the house on MLS, right? Even though if you're getting into this, you can, right? But the role of MLS is to actually get people motivated and really excited about the house so they can come see it in person. If you took a photo of a room and it looks like a dungeon, not put it on MLS, right? It's only going to hurt you. Second, the very first photo has to be the front of the house, right? On most MLSs, by law, by their MLS law, right? So that photo has to be immaculate. It has to be inviting. It has to be like captivating, right? Why? Because a buyer is looking through houses that a realtor sent him, or even the realtor himself, and the first thing he's looking at is that the front of the house, and if that front doesn't catch him, you are giving away market share for no reason, right? So recap, right? So we're gonna go over again, what am I looking for the deal? I'm looking for somebody where I can solve a problem, and the money is not the issue, right? Me solving a problem is the issue. Second, what am I looking for in the house? I'm looking for a decent floor plan, right? It could be messed up, it could be in dire straits, but the floor plan, the foundation of the house, right? It has the 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, something where the foundation is like a normal house. This is what I'm looking for. The third, construction. I'm doing the construction in a manner where you have a scope of work and we have a plan, right? I know what the material cost is, and I know what the labor cost is. It's hard for me to kind of lose, right? Lastly, sales. I want to kind of control this, whether it's me or somebody that I manage, right? Where my description of the words are like, are describing features, say that again, benefits instead of features, right? As well as the photo, right, is like captivating and intriguing, right? So tomorrow, we're gonna go over another topic, which is, do you actually need an education, right? Do you need a degree to be successful in the real estate business in general, right? I have multiple degrees. I have, a master's and a law degree and a bachelor's, right? So, I'm gonna talk straight. It doesn't really matter to me, but I'm gonna talk straight what I feel about it and why, tomorrow we're gonna go. So, God bless, one love, peace.